Spencer Lawrence, talk to me about how people embellish their CVs in letting an estate agency. Talk to me.
This is a fun one. I was introduced to this by my dear colleague and friend Reagan, who told me just before we started an interview several years ago, most people will put something that's not quite right on their CV to promote themselves. I was in complete and utter disbelief. I haven't written a CV for a very long time. I've been at Paramount for too long to do one. Anyway, fast forward, we sit down, we have the interview, and this individual talked very passionately about a type of music that they love, which I'd never heard of. Fast forward to the question at the end, and Reagan asks, so is there any sort of mistruth on your CV? And it was this 2-minute section of music that they'd just spoken about that they didn't really love. And it wasn't a passion of theirs, but they just thought it was a nice thing to put on the CV. I was so surprised, and it showed real naivety from my perspective. I can't see why anyone would want to do that. And I think actually to represent, I'm not a fan of CVs. Lots of recruiters will know it's a 2D representation of an individual. And quite frankly, what someone did 7 years ago is of no real interest to me right now. It's where they are now and where they would like to get to and how we can help them get there. And obviously, because we use Broomham and we work so closely with them from a recruiting perspective, we see videos of the applicants before we physically see them or at least interact with them. And I think, again, that recruitment is another part of agency that has come on in leaps and bounds, partly because of COVID and partly just because there's some really cool people out there doing it now who understand the values and the culture of that individual business and seek reinforcements and betterment to that individual business. And we work brilliantly with Jake at Broomham, who I see as an extension. He almost like he's working for Paramount, not exclusively as far as we're concerned. They're able to find us the very best people who understand where we're trying to get to and want to be part of that journey. Mistruths on CVs, yes, I was very naive. Why people do it, I have no idea. It doesn't matter. Be yourself in an interview.
Do you always ask now if there's now?
I tend to leave it to others to do the interviews now, because if someone is interviewing and trying to find someone to expand their team or replace someone in their team, I think it's really important that they make the decision on who they're employing. So I have taken a complete back seat. So someone will arrive at Paramount and it will be their first day and it's the first time I met them. So it's really exciting for me too.
Thank you for your time today.
Pleasure.
Next one, Sol.